Boys, welcome. Richo, let's start with you, mate. Why wouldn't we start with you? You must just be busting for the game to start on the weekend. I mean, we all felt for you as players. We've all been there and suffered in the manner that you did last Thursday night, but it was shocking night, mate.
Probably the worst night I've had in footy, you know. It was that disappointing after the game. The huge build-up, it was built up over about 3 months, you know, and we couldn't wait to get out there and put in the performance that we did before you jump in, Samuel. Yeah, we're pretty shattered after the game, and worst thing, we've had a 9...
Tall.
I didn't weep.
Well, did you tear up a fraction?
I went out the back when I got home and just...
You sure it didn't hit the back of the post?
It looked like it was going through, Sam.
It did. It looked... It was...
That was down at Bob Jones Stadium, down at the old Lakeside Oval, and I think it was the Dukes gridiron team from Geelong, and they had to run through about 6 or 7 of them, mate.
This is some of the behind-the-scenes stuff, Brownie. So how long were you and Chad at it? In fact, Chad would be happy with this because you just slap him around.
There it is, here, down the Lakeside. Threw the bloke on the tram.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. May as well a bit of photoshopping or a bit of editing. Editing does there. There's Cornsey, dropping a couple. Those bungee cords were a bit hard to get used to. We had to run and try and run full tilt at each other, and then they'd spring us back. So, a bit of fun. We were about 6 hours on the first day and 6 hours on the second day. So, I'd hate to be a movie star, except for the pay packet, Sammy. But for about a 10-second split in the commercial, it took 16 hours or 12 hours. So, it was pretty hard work.
And just... Very tough slot.
You were there? What was he
no, he's alluding to the fact that
he runs the show.
He reckons that in his time as a coach, not enough pressure was put on and contested ball. That was what he was pointing to.
Yeah.
And there was an article in the paper last week that, you know, tackling had to be a priority. It just didn't happen. So I guess what we all do, Richo, when sides lose in the manner that you do, is we watch what happens the following week to see how you rebound. So it becomes a massive game. One thing... I will tell him. Matthew Scarlett came off the ground a couple of times with a bit of an injury. Now, he's been named in the side and we hope that he all plays, but it's been pointed out to me by a man very close to Geelong that a young man, Gillies, I think it's Tom Gillies, has been named as an emergency, who is a full-back, Samuel. So maybe just a little query over Matthew Scarlett. And if he wasn't to play, that would be massive.
Yes. It would be. No, it would be. No, Matthew. No, I love you, Matthew. This is the second time I'm apologising because you're...
Right, who's
I've said some bad things.
He knows, I know.
Yeah,
it's a very long year, Sam, and we'll bounce back. We need to be
don't know how long
competitive
it's
this
going to be for you, mate. You just don't... I seriously think you maybe should all stay home. Now, what about Joel Selwood? Now, what about that boy? Did you see the Hawthorn mob target him, Brownie? You know, the big, strong bozo he is. Look at him. Bang! Crash, wallop, knee in the head, everything going on. Stand on his throat. There we go. Wait, there it is. Now, look. See that boy? He is the future. Look at that. He is the future of this competition, and he is as good as it gets, mate. You can do what you like to him. Yep. He's a star. I don't even know him. I just have been embraced by him.
Got one of the Selwood boys. Troy plays for us, actually, and he was always the younger brother. And he reckons he played, he used to get him playing against in the under-14s when he was about 8 years old and used to dominate. So he's always been a real tough kid, and he's going to be the captain of the future, no doubt. And one of the toughest kids that's come into the comp in a long time, I reckon. He's an old-school footballer, Sammy.
He's a beauty. He's
yep,
taken
I thought I said all that.
You did indeed. Let's have a look at the game on Sunday now at the MCG. It is between the Western Bulldogs and North Melbourne, both teams coming off a win. No outs at this stage, there are only squads. Of all the sides that won on the weekend, I reckon the Western Bulldogs, Shane, were about as impressive as anyone. The Kangaroos also had a good solid win, albeit against an opponent that is just trying to find their feet. But the Dogs were super over there against
Yeah, they were sensational. Their skill level was as good as you'll see. They moved the ball extremely well, ran hard, and, you know, I suppose everyone thought that Fremantle would put up a better show over there, but that wasn't the case, so an even better win. They'll come back and I'm pretty sure they'll beat North Melbourne, who are a good side, but I think the Bulldogs are going to be the side that are going to be there around grand final day this year.
Yeah, Croft, my cousin Liam Picken's playing his first game, son of the great Billy Picken, who's my uncle. So Well done to Lerm, all the best there. I think, yeah, fantastic midfield, got a lot of run. North's going to struggle with that. I think Brian Lake and Dale Morris can contain North Melbourne's key forward. So I think the Doggies will win for the first time in 4 or 5 games against these boys.
For the last 5 matches against the Dogs, the Kangaroos have got the chockies.
They have, and that often counts for a lot. A lot of teams have good records against others, and North do go well against the Doggies. In saying that, I think the Doggies will get across the line. They get an amazing spread of goal kickers. They've got no key forwards, but they get multiple goals out, 5 or 6 other players. So I think they'll just get across the line, but you can't underestimate North Melbourne ever.
Jono missed a goal after the siren last year, so they should have won that one. Not far out, just to rub it into Jono.
What are you doing?
The switchboard is lit up again, Gary.
Right, what is it?
They've said if I have another go at Matthew, when I get home, my pets will be killed. So, Matthew, I'm no more at all.
He's the most loved player in the competition,
before we get to your tip on this very, very important game, great initiative from the Western Bulldogs. This game honours the terrific work of our emergency services, CFA, the police, nurses, the SES, Red Cross, anyone basically who comes to the aid of people in a time of crisis. Well done to David Smorgan and the Dogs, and get along to the G to be part of a terrific celebration. I think there's going to be 50,000 plus, Gary.
It's going to be a great game. I'm tipping the Dogs in a close one. We're going to have a break, Samuel. Hutchie's coming up, and Kaiser Chiefs, they're coming along shortly as well.
Kaiser?
Sentenced to life for a crime he didn't commit.
You didn't pull the trigger, no, I didn't.
One of cinema's most powerful stories.
My life, don't you understand? My life!
The acclaimed masterpiece.
Hope is a dangerous thing.
Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman, The Shawshank Redemption. Sunday, 8:30 on 9.
Connect the latest Nokia E63 on the $29 Crazy Cap over 24 months and get a massive $340 total included value. Limited stock available. This crazy offer won't last. You always get more at Crazy John's, your mobile experts.
Crazy, John! You know, the pure waters in these parts are not like the water in other parts. They make things different. In a good way. My old man never wore the same pair of shoes twice. Oh, sure, things don't always turn out the way you expect. But who's complaining? Because this water just makes things better. When our early ancestors, the Homo habilis, started to eat red meat, our brains began to grow. Today, lean red meat is just as important. Its nutrients, omega-3s, iron, B12, are still essential for brain development. If Homo habilis hadn't eaten red meat, our brains wouldn't be the size they are today.
But here it says Homo rudolfensis.
Red meat. We were meant to eat it.
When people come in, they don't know where to start, so we've got to make sure that we know exactly what's happening with their feet.
Fitprint measures pressure, and pressure is identified both when you stand on it and when you walk across it. Adidas 4Motion technology provides the right kind of support for runners that roll in. Adidas 4Motion technology helps to give me a smooth, balanced and natural running style and reduces the stresses on my knees.
And I've never met a foot I couldn't fit.
I don't need to tell you the effect the sun can have on your home. That's why you need new Solar Reflect from Nippon Paint. You see, it's a brand new kind of exterior paint that's been designed especially to cope with the Aussie sun. So not only is it durable and dirt resistant, it actually reflects the sun's heat, leaving your walls cooler. It's even got a 15-year guarantee. Solar Reflect from Nippon Paint. Only at Bunnings Warehouse.
Who's my little sweetie weenie? I could just eat you all up. Yes, I could.
New McCain's Steam Fresh Baby Vegetables. The sweetest veggies in 4 single serves. Ah, McCain, you've done it again.
Right, now's the time to be smarter with your money, okay?
Right, now's the time to get more for your money, okay?
Because now you can get the Brilliant Jazz VTI with 5-year warranty and premium roadside assist.
Hey, mad if you don't.
Mad if you don't hurry.
Before you race in to see Fast and Furious only at the movies this April, get up to speed with new supercharged editions of the first 3 films on DVD, packed with bonus, including new special features. Buy on DVD for under $15 each. Only one person can turn 12 amateurs into world-class chefs.
It's me, and I'm back.
Tuesday, 9:30, it's a brand new hell. They're more determined to win, but who can outsmart?
You're out for yourself, aren't you?
Outcook, outplay.
It's my favourite.
And survive Ramsay's baptism of fire.
I've had enough!
One winner.
You're gone.
One hell of a wicked new season. Hell's Kitchen starts Tuesday, 9:30 on 9.
Very nicely done. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Footy Show, thanks to Crazy Johnson. Carlton, Natural Blonde, Kaiser Chiefs on the way. We've got Bill Brownless to handle almost football legends, and I'm pretty sure Don McLean's also ready to go. Plenty left in the Footy Show. Now, the 17th licence granted during the week for the AFL team on the Gold Coast is now official. We're going to have a team based out of the Gold Coast by 2011. The arrangements are quite complex, so here is a quick explanation of what it all means.
A long, long time ago, probably around last September, the rumours just used to make me smile. But I knew if the AFL had their chance, they'd help the Gold Coast sign up Lance, and maybe the whole venture'd be worthwhile. And every announcement made me shiver, with every herald sun delivered. Bad news on my doorstep, now they want Gary Ablett. I don't remember if I cried, I think I was at JB Hi-Fi, and a Bly won in a landslide. Then they announced another f***ing side. So bye, bye, we're gonna have a bye. In the draft they get picks 1, 2, 3, and 5. Then Gold Coast boys will bleed the other clubs dry, singing our salary cap is freaking sky high. Just think of all the stars we can buy. They started singing, my, we're gonna make the Saints cry. Upper Nick Rewalt, plenty too much cash to deny. Them Gold Coast boys are not talking small fry. We're richer than the Sultan of Brunei. You're out of contract, say goodbye. They started singing.
What about that, ladies and gentlemen? Magnificent electric guitar solo work just at the end out of an acoustic. Now, we need to say a very, very warm welcome. Along with Gary Don McLean Lyon is Craig Hutchison, ladies and gentlemen.
Good on you, Jim.
You told me we were coming over here to get serious. What's all that about?
Nice of Dom to sort that out for us. Now, Hutchie, bit of news out of Essendon. A little bit happening in that game over at Amy Stadium between Port Adelaide and the Bombers.
Won't die down this one. It continues. The war of words between Port Adelaide and Essendon has continued after that Dean Brogan suspension for one match, which Port Adelaide are angry about. They believe it was Lovett's evidence that contributed to Brogan getting 1 week, and the club is not happy. Chad Corns waiting today, saying it's a shame they don't play the Bombers again. We'll hear from him in a moment. The Bombers tonight, though, have leapt to the defence of their player and Andrew Lovett, and this is what the Bombers had to say a short time ago to the Footy Show.
Yeah, I find it hard to believe that we have to defend Andrew Lovett's telling the truth. To me, he's done all the right things.
Yeah, that's really disappointing. I think he'll look back in a couple of years and be pretty disappointed with himself the way he handled that, but unfortunately we don't play them again this year, but we look forward to playing them next year.
Andrew felt that you know, he's received an apology from Dean. He's very confident that he did the right thing at the tribunal. He had no other choice but to make the statement he did, and he's also very clear that he hasn't broken any type of player code. He felt that if anything, he supported Dean.
A situation, Hutchie, there was no video evidence of this, so if Dean Brogan was to be suspended, it was always going to be on the word of Andrew Lovett.
True, but the umpire was 5 metres